So this is a video I had cooking for a little bit, but now that we're actually really in 2024, I think that I want to go ahead and drop this. This is going to be a video of me predicting all of the 2024 releases from anniversary all the way to the worldwide celebration. I'm going to be making a bunch of anniversary speculation videos, but I'm going to softly touch on what I think is the most likely choice for anniversary, in my personal opinion. I think that we could see these specific characters for anniversary, which we'll cover. It'll be the first thing, right? Now, the one last thing I do want to point out, Dragon Ball Daima is heavily hinted to come out at the end of 2024. There's been some like soft confirmations it would be in October of this year. But even if Dragon Ball Daima drops, I would assume a banner won't come out for Dragon Ball Daima characters until 2025. And the reason why is because I don't think that they will drop a banner for like because Dokkan does these animations really high quality now, so I would assume Dragon Ball Daima, like Dokkan would wait until there's actual like really like amazing fight scenes and stuff like that that are already shown in the anime, comparatively to like the first episode of Dragon Ball Daima. I would honestly say that it's like, they're probably not going to do a first episode, maybe for a free-to-play character, right? But other than that, I would assume not. But I mean, who knows? Maybe Dragon Ball Daima could be here, but that's why it's not on the list in case anyone has any questions. Now, I think let's go ahead and start. My list is heavily based around upcoming EZAs and things like that. This is also assuming that Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku does get his EZA at the celebration, and no other EZA for the celebration, which I think is pretty likely. That's only going to be Super Saiyan 3 LR Goku for the celebration at this point. Next week, when we get the next version updates, like around the 11th or so, then obviously this next week is like kind of like going to be a little bit of a dry period, and so anniversary countdown officially starts on like the 21st, 22nd. So let's hop right into things. So anniversary, surprise, surprise. Beast Gohan and UI Goku, but a little twist to it, right? So the anniversary prediction I have here is UI Goku and the Blue Evolution Vegeta, then Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. Like, I already had this as a prediction before even the trailer started. I did make this before the trailer dropped a day ago, but I think this does make sense because I feel like they're obviously going to introduce a new mechanic. I think this is a good year to introduce like a tag switching mechanic to the game. Legends has had that. Dragon Ball Legends has had that for quite a while. And this makes sense because we did have the trailer Battle of Gods, right, for the 9th anniversary, my bad, and it did show Vegeta in there as well. Now obviously Beerus was there too. That doesn't mean he's affiliated with the the anniversary, but there are some things people were saying like, what if the trailer was like showing Vegeta and Goku's first like steps into battling against these god characters, and you see obviously that Vegeta rage moment was the first time he actually was able to land some actual blows on Beerus, and then obviously God Goku transforming into his god form. It's like those first steps into battling against the gods, right? And then I'm thinking like maybe the second trailer could be Gohan and Piccolo. We could see Piccolo going to the lookout in some section where he fuses with the Kami, and then we could see maybe Gohan during the Cell Saga transforming into Super Saiyan 2, because obviously I think this is a callback to like the Cell Saga, like Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. This is not really a callback to anything. This is kind of built up through Super, but this feels like a callback to the Cell Saga, so I could see very much that happening. It's like, imagine being able to tag between UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta, and then Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. This is what, I don't know if this card is like that tag character, but this is a tag character right here. Gohan right here, we see, I think this is Son Gohan, and then this is obviously Son Goku right here from Heroes. This is Dragon Ball Heroes cards. They wouldn't have to be Heroes characters to be like tag characters like this, right? Unless they're actually based like with the super attacks in the Heroes cards, right? I mean, these aren't like Heroes exclusive forms that Heroes usually would have, like a Blue Evolution Gogeta or something like that, right? So that's why they could very easily just do this right here, right? Now, for the easiest part 1, you may be surprised. I'm actually saying Tech Ultimate Gohan and Boost Saga, Goku and Vegeta. Now, it's like, oh, Boost Saga, that's kind of random, but obviously, I mean, we know this guy EZA'd and this guy EZA'd, right? So at this point for 2019, in my concept, it'd just be Tech Broly. Then these two, I think, will be the last EZAs in 2019. The Super Saiyan 2's match, obviously, Goku and Vegeta, right? I think that these guys, as a dual Dokkanfest EZing during the celebration of the anniversary, makes a lot of sense to me. Then obviously we also get Tech Ultimate Gohan, because at this point, once these guys are done, it's just this guy in 2019. Then it's all 2020 characters. So I mean, I think a lot of the celebration this year will be around a lot of these characters here. But Tech Gohan, I think easing a Tech Ultimate Gohan with the new Beast Gohan makes a lot of sense to me. And obviously, if it's like about like the progression in Gohan's awakening, like, you know, if the theme of the anniversary is like awakening or something like that, you know, or miraculous awakening is like what a lot of people are saying. You know, Ultimate Gohan does kind of fit that. I don't think he's on. Is he on the Miraculous Awakening category? I do not remember at the top of my head if he's actually on Miraculous Awakening. We'd actually take a quick look here. He is a Hybrid Saiyan leader. He is not on Miraculous Awakening, but he's on like Powerful Comeback, right? Resurrect the Warriors too, right? So I feel like, you know, that makes sense to me, right? Like Tech Gohan easying for this, and obviously again Goku and Vegeta, like just Goku and Vegeta, right? I guess Super Saiyan 3 Goku's transformation counts. Vegeta, you know, Majin Vegeta technique is like an awakening, right? You know, into Majin Vegeta, kind of like, you know, at least his old self, he like reawakens, and then obviously Goku going Super Saiyan 3. So I think this would be cool. Like, this is a part 1 of the anniversary. I think this would be pretty sick. A good pick that I think a lot of people are really gunning for something like this. UI Goku and Beast Gohan, bare minimum. Doesn't even have to have Vegeta or Piccolo, but like just UI Goku and Beast Gohan works as well. Now for part 2, I actually have this. This is going to be a lesser hype part 2 to a lot of people, but like, I mean, part 2 for the past few years have been like quote unquote lesser hype. We had, you know, last year Kai Goku and Dragon Ball Z opening Gohan. We had before that the Saiyan Saga, which I think, you know, Saiyan Saga's cool, but a lot of people like aren't like, you know, oh, Saiyan Saga compared to Fusions. Like, you know, we go from Fusions to Saiyan Saga. I think that's a drop off from a lot of people. I love Saiyan Saga, but that's just how the fan base is. You know, Fusions are the biggest thing. I think Jiren does deserve to get a new LR though, and Max does not have anything in game, and we can take a look here. Obviously we have Cell, but Max has no playable card in game, so I think it's gonna be time to go ahead. If they do a Beast Gohan anniversary, I think a Carnival LR Max makes a lot of sense. Then obviously Jiren, again another character, because Tournament of Power has barely been touched at all since the Worldwide Celebration. No, I mean the 7th anniversary, right? We haven't had a Jiren character since Full Power Jiren in 2020. So, maybe it's 2020, right? Yeah, 2020. So that's a very long time since Jiren's gotten anything. I've been thinking like a transforming Jiren, actually. So like you see, I got this like, I just got this from Google, but there's like the transforming Jiren in Legends. Kind of like that, where it's like just a normal Jiren, then transforms into full power, and then we have Cell Max here. Then for the easy days in part 2, just STR UI Goku and Tech Jiren, again knocking out some other of these 2020 units. STR UI Goku, Tech Jiren, and give them their Easy A's right here, just 2 Easy A's for the second half. Yellow Coin LR Easy A's, I think that'd be fine, right? Cell, it's like there's not really a Cell character upcoming that you could like really Easy A with this guy. So I'm just like kind of, I just went for more Tournament of Power Easy A's. Kind of sucks for Cell Max a little bit, but later in the year, I do have actually something kind of for Cell Max a little bit, so that should be okay. You guys will see later. Then obviously part 3, AGO UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta, the 6th anniversary characters getting their Easy A's. Last year, the 5th anniversary characters got their Easy A's for the 8th anniversary. And then the year before that, we had both the 4th and 3rd anniversary characters Easy A for the 7th anniversary. So I'm assuming, like, if they continue to follow that pattern, I mean, they would be entering 2021, but last year, the 8th anniversary characters were the first, like, I think that, were they the first? No, they were the 2nd and 3rd 2020 characters to get an Easy A. You can count, I mean, if you really want, you can count Luke Halkin as a 2019 unit, since he came out in Global December 2019, but for JP, they were the 2nd and 3rd 2020 characters to get an Easy A, and then obviously, like, they haven't touched really 2020 since then, outside of like these special celebrations. But unlike last year, like this year, it's like, well, last year had like so many characters from across 2019, 18, 2017 still. Whereas this year, it's like they've already started dipping in 2020. 2019's almost done. So I do think this year they're going to dip into 2021 characters, unlike last year with them dipping into 2020. So expect that, and I did show that in the concepts later, but this is what I'm thinking. Overall, I think this would be a good anniversary again. A lot of people wouldn't really be excited about Jiren at all, to be honest. But I think Jiren does deserve to get a card. A new LR for Jiren would actually work out. And Cell Max, I think, deserves to get a card as well. And obviously, these are the two antagonists. And even that they would fit kind of like an awakening theme. Cell Max gets awakened, I guess, obviously, right? I mean, in a certain sense. And then Jiren, obviously, I feel like, you know, he goes full power. He kind of like, he's not on Miraculous Awakening, but you guys know how Jiren went full power. He was like, he's got very angry and unlocked his power. You know, like he awakened himself into full powered form Jiren, right? If you watch the anime, you gotta know what I mean, but it's like loosely fitting compared to part 1, I feel. To be fair, last year loosely fit as well, so I'm gonna take what I can, you know what I mean? So, that is the anniversary idea. Next, we're going to go ahead and enter into March. Now, March here, I actually do obviously think that usually the March Dokkanfest is like a cooldown character. Like last year was the 17s. They're starting thinking of a Majin Buu good. And then obviously right here we get Easy Tech Exchange Buu. Just go ahead and grab him. But I think a Majin Buu character would be good. You know, start to slowly build up a little bit more of a Majin kind of team. I mean, Fat Buu is the only Buu that doesn't really have like a Dokkanfest character, kind of. I guess he does have a Dokkanfest, right? But obviously Super Buu has a Dokkanfest. Buu Gotenks has a Dokkanfest. I guess Buu Piccolo doesn't. Ultimate Gohan Buu has a Dokkanfest, right? Kid Buu has Dokkanfest, right? But like, you know, I think like standalone Majin Buu good could get a Dokkanfest from his fight against Majin Vegeta, where obviously these are the only Buus that from their fight against Majin Vegeta slash, you know, the fight against Dabura. This is it. It's just these two basically, right? And these are obviously very old units. This is one of the older characters that on an Easy A, I think, by the way, like a 2018 character. He has not gotten his Easy A. Is he a sub Easy A? I forget. He has a sub Easy for S tier Super Buu, right? But he is still one of the older characters, like just that exist in the game. Like you can even consider him 2016 without an Easy A. So that is something. But I think a Majin Buu good would be like a nice solid fit that would help out the Majin Power team. Like the Majin Power team would still not be really good, I would say. Like maybe he leads Artificial Life Forms, Majin Power, right? You know, I mean, you could get Super Buu into here. Easy with this guy. We have 21. Then obviously Tech Exchange, the new Fat Buu in here. Evil 21. It's like you have like a decent options, and you pair it up with Artificial Life Forms. So Max would be like on this team, for example, right? You have some other options that you can just scroll down and see. I mean, the 17s maybe could be like an okay floating dodging character, right? Gamma 1. I guess Gamma 1 supports Super Class, does he? Is it specifically Super Class? No, it's all allies, right? So Gamma 1 could be in here maybe. Like, it would be an okay villain team, especially if they make the Majin Buu really good. But, I mean, I'm not hoping that these characters would be bad, obviously. So, like, let's assume Majin Buu is, like, a really good release. Like, it could be decent. And especially if they give us, like, another bounty unit Buu character. Maybe it could even be just Skinny Buu gets a bounty unit, right? I think that would be cool. And then, like, we would have, like, at least 6 characters that are, like, kind of Majin Power-esque worthy. That would fit the team. And it's like, you know, it could be a decent team, potentially, right? Wouldn't be anything special, though, I would say for sure. But, you know, if he leads Artificial Life Forms, I think that'd be good. Next, we have Saiyan Day. So, I actually do have this tag anniversary character, right? Anniversary tag switch. Sometimes Saiyan Day characters do get the anniversary mechanics, right? And obviously, since it's shared on both versions, that is pretty cool. So, Super Saiyan Goku and Bardock, right? I think this is a character that a lot of us have been wanting, and I've been thinking, like, Super Saiyan Goku and Bardock as a tag character based off this figure could be really cool. Legends, I think, got this recently. Yeah, obviously, Legends did get this for Legends Festival, in fact. I'll bring this up here, but it is different. It is actually more tuned to the Legends story. Like, they created, like, a story for this character, right? Obviously, we can see here, this is Goku and Bardock, a tag character. If you can see here, this is a game original character for Legends. So they base this around like the Legends story, right? Because obviously this is not a character that's like from like, you know, the actual series itself, and it is again just a base Goku and Bardock. But I'm thinking Dokkan could do Super Saiyan Goku and Bardock based off the figure. We can maybe get like an in-game, like you know, like, what's it called? It's not a poster. Like, you guys want to mean the wallpaper, right? And then, you know, Dokkan a lot of times, they're like doing like these like figure kind of like giveaway stuff, like when you summon. So maybe they could do that. I think that'd be fine. Other than that, obviously, I think what we could do is we can get an EZA AGL Bardock, right? If we take a look at AGL Bardock, actually one of the oldest characters without an EZA at this point. Like at this point, if we consider these two with EZA, he would be the third character that's the oldest character without an EZA. So just get rid of AGL Bardock. Again, another same day character. EZA him. He could work really well with these guys. I think that'd be cool. Maybe they could be Pure Saiyans leader. We don't really have... It's really funny. In terms of Pure Saiyans, we don't actually really have a good Pure Saiyans category leader, right? Like, who is there a Pure Saiyan I could bring here somewhere? Like, I don't know. I'll just go with a Vegeta, I guess, right? Like I can't even see apparently. Like a Vegeta. Like, is there a good Pure Saiyans category leader at the top of my head? I don't remember. I don't think so. It's like Raditz and Turles, right? God Goku actually is a good Pure Saiyans leader, to be fair. Like, they could still lead Pure Saiyans, right? A lot of the same day characters, you know, have led Pure Saiyans, right? God Goku transforming Vegeta, Blue Evolution Vegeta. Actually, no, he was Golden Week. Yeah. But still, I guess you can never use too little Pure Saiyans leaders, sure. So, next, we have April. Now I have a Lord Slug. Transforming Lord Slug, I think, could be really cool. We can get old Lord Slug, and again, this is a character that has not really gotten representation during the year. Maybe he could introduce some like regeneration tag, but importantly, he would actually fit for the movie bosses team. Buff up the Rudigarn movie bosses team could be really good. Maybe his bounty unit could be the trio of his partners. Maybe it could be like another movie bosses character get a bounty unit or something like that. Like maybe even like a Dr. Reload bounty unit. Probably not likely because he already has his prime battle, but you know, something like that could be interesting. But as you can see, we don't have a single playable old Lord Slug. Being fair, old Lord Slug doesn't really do anything, but you know, they could probably find a super attack animation to give him. And then obviously power wishes, you can go into the young Lord Slug right here, just the normal Lord Slug. Then he could have a potential giant form as well, so he could have an active skill that goes giant form. That could really help out villains if he has like a giant form active skill as well. Maybe it's like, it could be like he's just Lord Slug giant form. I think that's fine as well. This guy doesn't have an EZA, but it would be nice if they have, like, I was thinking like if they EZA this guy potentially maybe, because for most of the concept actually they didn't include like, you know, sub EZA or something like that, but like this guy maybe could get his EZA, like a sub EZA, and then he could be good potentially, then give us just an actual like old slug into Lord Slug that has an active skill into the giant form. I think that'd be cool, right? Something like that could be interesting so that these guys can lean together, and then it's like movie bosses actually ends up getting two really good character buffs to that. On top of that, obviously I do have Team Turles getting their EZA. This is another 2020 character that I think honestly should have gotten their EZA for the Turles celebration. But at this point, we're dipping into Ultimate Gohan, Exchange Boo, Bardock, right? So I just grabbed another 2020 character here. And then further buffs like Terrifying Conquerors. With this buff would actually buff. This would actually also buff movie bosses, right? Helping out Rudigarn. This could be really good. And obviously this, I feel like fits like kind of like an April Dokkanfest, like a Lord Slug. Obviously we had Raditz, we had Videl, we had KO, like lesser hype characters to the general player base, I would say, but a character that does deserve to have representation. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, oh, that means we're going to get a Kalkin Goku from this movie next. I'm actually saying no. A lot of times the April Dokkanfest is just entirely separate from the April LR that comes out as Yellow Corner LR. And I did do that again this year. I actually brought out a Cell. So a transforming second form Cell into Perfect Cell. Now, second form Cell, again, is another character that doesn't really have a lot of representation necessarily in the game. At least, like, recently. We got AGL transforming Cell as an option. Obviously, this 50% support Cell, then this, like, Cell right here. But I think second form Cell could use some love. And then the Cell from his fight against Vegeta doesn't really have anything either. Again, this Cell is the one that fought Gohan. This Cell is the one that fought like the actual army. This is the one that fought Goku / Gohan, right? This is again another Cell game Cell, but the Cell for the fight against Vegeta, I think this is the only one, probably, right? Even though he's all in tournament of participants, like this could be the only Cell that's like maybe potentially from the fight against Vegeta. Maybe this one, but I think this is the Cell that fought Gohan. I'm pretty sure still. So like, I would assume like is this because this Cell's on a tournament of participants, right? So I'm assuming all these cells are like, none of these are from the fight against Vegeta. And I think this is like, you know, the first time we're seeing Perfect Cell. Like we kind of have that represented in the game, but I think like maybe even as an active skill, like transformation that's voiced, where he's like, you know, I'm here or whatever, you know, Cell, All Might Cell. But you guys get the point. And then obviously second form Cell, like there's a lot of stuff that they can still take from him. And then I'm like, here's an opportunity where they could actually start easying these 50% support units through the year, and you could see throughout the year I actually do have that bug, and this banner with these characters have not returned, and it could be interesting. Maybe it's like this Cell, instead of him being like a 50% support just to Extreme Tech, what if it's like Extreme Tech and then androids get like 50% attack and defense, or Worldwide Chaos, Sworn Enemies, and then like for Tien, maybe he's like 50% to Earthbred Fighters and Super Tech, right? Like something like that could be really interesting. And then easing these 50% support characters like that, bringing them back, even putting them into the general pool, I think would be a really good idea. So I think it's about time for them to actually be brought back. Because again, I don't remember the last time these guys were brought back, but I mean, these originally came out in 2017 and they awakened in 2020. So I mean, that's like a 3-year difference, kind of, right? So maybe this year in 2024, we could actually see these guys return and get easy A's. I think that would be good, actually, during this year. So that's why I did go ahead and kind of design a little bit of the year, a little around them as well. Again, a lot of the characters designed were around, like, you know, what easy A's are upcoming, right? So I think that is pretty good. At least that's how I would design this specifically. Now, next month here, and again, I was talking about earlier, like, Cell Max, right? Like, this guy could be a help to Cell Max, maybe fit under Cell Max's team. Like if Cell Max is like, again, artificial, even if he's artificial life forms or some like androids category leader, this Cell could actually work really well with him. The 50% support Cell could work well with him. I guess the only thing is that, like, obviously this is a second form Cell, this is a transforming second form Cell. It could be perfect Cell, but then it's like, you know, I feel like Int Cell's still actually pretty good. Like if you're able to use them and get him transform perfect form Cell into the perfect Cell, he's actually really good. It's like he's a little weak in this first form, but if he gets an actual team, he could actually get a resurgence with that heal. Could be interesting. Now in May, I actually do have the Broly movie 10 Broly, and a lot of people are thinking, I feel like a lot of people are like thinking of the Broly movies, both of them, as worldwide, and I think that's a very good like speculation. But I do have another idea for worldwide that might be maybe people wouldn't like it, but let me explain it when we get there. But for me, this concept, I do have Super Saiyan Gohan versus Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, and then obviously they finally knock out the final 2019 EZA with Tech Broly, and then at that point 2019 would be completely done and we would only be 2020 and beyond, right? I do think that we're definitely seeing some Broly stuff this year. I think that there's no way we don't see any Broly stuff this year, so that's why I did go ahead and decide to push this out. I think the family Kamehameha actually could look a lot better. I mean, we could even just take a look here. Like this Gohan's on Siblings One, or we can even go to Movie Heroes, right? Like the Movie Heroes category. Let me see if I could find, like, is this the easy Gohan to go to? And like their active skill doesn't really look that good. Like you could, we're actually loading it right here, but it's like this animation, like it doesn't match the movie at all. This is just the card art and just like pushing up and down, right? Like that last shot looks pretty nice, but this could be redone entirely into like new Dokkan animations. Like that does not look like what the movie does, that's for sure. So I think like a Super Saiyan Gohan, like I think it's Super Saiyan Gohan Teen specifically is the name, which again, he doesn't really have, it could even be Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Teen. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking, well, let me take a look here. Where is, because in the game, it's usually like the family Kamehameha Gohan is Super Saiyan Gohan Teen, I believe. And then what they could do is they could easy the physical Super Saiyan 2 Gohan support character. Where is he at? Hello? I may just blind it. Here he is. Gohan Teen. We see Super Saiyan Gohan Teen right here. I mean, this is, again, yeah, if he's doing the family Kamehameha, he would be Super Saiyan Gohan Teen. Yeah, it would be nice if they gave him Super Saiyan 2 as a name, then easy this guy, so that he can link with him. That would be, like, best case scenario. And then even, like, with this high school Gohan, if they really want to do that, because we don't technically have a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from that movie, but all the Gohans from that movie are named just Super Saiyan 1 Gohan. So that's why I went with Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, but ideally it would be like a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, right? And obviously, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly doesn't have anything. I think the only things that Legendary Super Saiyan Broly as an LR, I feel like would really work as well, but I think I wouldn't mind him getting a T-War, just as long as we get a new Broly this year. But Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, I know he does have 2 LRs, I'm so silly, but like, you know, a new one, well, I mean, this guy, I mean, he's easy Yang, so that would fit still. And then obviously this is also so he can link with the tech Super Saiyan Broly, right? So I think that would work out. Then next for part 2, I actually do have Dragon Ball Super Broly here. So actually an LR Wrathful Broly is what I went with, not a Super Saiyan Full Power Broly. I'm thinking Wrathful Broly, and then they could save Super Saiyan Full Power Broly for a later celebration. But I think Wrathful Broly, again, as another character, we only have one of him, and he doesn't really have like that great animations, to be fair. Neither does Full Power. They could go either or, but I think for like a Yellow Coin LR, Wrathful Broly seems more appropriate. He does a lot of stuff in the, obviously, movie that we don't really have representation of. I think it could be pretty cool, like a Yellow Coin Part 2 LR for a worldwide, not worldwide, for a Golden Week. Then obviously, Easy A this physical Broly, Chilai, and Lemo. I almost said Broly Trio, then I said Chilai, right? But, and then at that point, it's like, it's in Gotenks, so we'll just character without an Easy A, right? But I think getting this guy out of the way makes a lot of sense too. Like this guy and this guy, like for a Broly celebration together, is what I'm thinking for like a Broly movie kind of Golden Week theme. And obviously this would be on Global and GP at the same time, which would be pretty cool. So next we do have the June Dokkanfest, and I did go with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Now initially I was thinking about this for Saiyan Day, but I switched that to Goku and Bardock. Then an easy A for this would be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Now again, a lot of people are like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we have so many of those. It's like, that's fair, but that's like usually him paired with Goku. The last standalone Vegeta card we got was, I think, Majin Vegeta, like as a Dokkanfest, like outside of the Heroes Super Saiyan 4, the Midbreaker one. The last one was Majin Vegeta, basically, outside of Heroes. So I think Vegeta definitely deserves to get like something standalone. I think Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta would fit, right? If we take a look at Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we only have 2 standalone ones, right? Well, I was like, I want to bring up Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Let's take a look at Super Saiyan 4 Goku in comparison, and you guys will see it's a massive difference. Obviously, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is much more prominent throughout the entirety of GT, but this guy has like so many extra versions of himself. Obviously, let's discard the 4th anniversary versions. We have the Tech Full Power, the Int Full Power one right here, right? Even a free-to-play character. I think that us getting like a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta card, I think would fit pretty well. Buff GT, give GT Heroes some more love, right? I would like that quite a bit. And obviously Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is easy, something that a lot of people are excited for. So just throw him out there as well. I don't think GT will lead another large celebration really anytime soon, because I feel like there's nothing in GT really big upcoming, unless they save Gogeta and then save these two for like, I don't know, let's say some Tanabata GT again celebration for like, I don't know, 2025 or something, right? But I would not really expect GT to get anything necessarily major for quite some time. But I can see like them giving GT buffs once in a while, right? Maybe I'm completely wrong though. Maybe worldwide celebration, they're like, yeah, let's go back to GT, right? But I think there's a lot of other characters that deserve representation. I think Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you know, throw another Saiyan in here. Vegeta deserves to get something new, and I feel like like seeing the upcoming EZAs, a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta makes a lot of sense to me personally. Then this would also, again, GT themed, Super Baby to LR. And I think it's, honestly, it's like, it was tough having to give this guy like obviously I could, if I wanted to, I could make him Dokkanfest and switch things around, but I think this just makes sense. Like, there's no real LR, like, or EZA to, like, bring out with him. I mean, maybe if they do, like, Team Turles or something, right? Maybe if they do him at the Dokkanfest Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but, like, you know, I feel like, if we're comparing this guy and then this guy, I feel like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta as a standalone LR, I mean, it could work. You could realistically switch them around. I wouldn't really mind. But in this concept that did make him an LR, we did actually still get a lot of villain Dokkanfest this year. We got Broly would count, right? We got Lord Slug as a Dokkanfest, right? Majin Buu as another villain Dokkanfest. He would actually fit all those, like, you know, kind of teams roughly, because Baby is on, like, you know, again, what's the word? He's like artificial life forms, and he's also on actually that's pretty much it, right? I don't think he's on Power Wishes or anything like that, but like maybe Lord Terrifying Conquerors. Actually, he was on there. That's what I'm thinking of. So this would be good. And then again, another 50% support EZAs for the Pan and Roto. I think it makes a lot of sense. And another thing is that, you know, obviously I feel like, you know, these two are from the, like, not just generally GT, but like Shadow Dragon Saga. They're grouped together, and then I grouped the Baby Saga together, and that's kind of why I felt like that, because I feel like these guys as like the EZA for part 1 would make people a lot less excited than like if these guys were part 1, right? Does that make sense? I think you guys kind of get where I'm coming from, but it wouldn't really matter at the end of the day. I think if you're like, Baby should get the Dokkanfest, sure, go ahead, do that. I think that's fine. But Baby, Super Baby 2 standalone, I think as an LR could definitely work out. And especially since I'm not sure if we were ever going to get, like, I guess, like, it could be, like, a New Year celebration in the future where it's, like, a transforming Baby and a transforming Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That could always still happen. Maybe, like, if you want, like, oh, okay, I want that for New Year's or Golden Week of 2025, you could, like, you know, sure. Maybe this guy, if they build him good enough, he could still be relevant that following year. Who knows? July here. Actually, do have Universe 6 stuff, right? So, I had to go ahead and go with Universe 6. Blue Kaioken Goku, and then the EZA would be Physical Blue Goku and Vegeta, then the 50% supports for Kaba and Hits. Now obviously, again, a lot of you may have noticed, I left this guy out from the anniversary for some reason. This is why, because the Physical Blue Goku and Vegeta actually would, I'm thinking EZA with this guy. I looked at the results and I'm like, I looked at the characters available, I'm like, this would be the most character that would make more sense to wait and then EZA with this guy, because they'd be really good partners together. And then obviously EZ these 50% supports, maybe Kabe. Like, what if they make Kabe like a pure Saiyans one, right? That could be insane. And then Hit could be like Target Goku or something like that. Maybe even just like tournament participants could be interesting as well. But yeah, I think this would be cool. I would like that quite a bit. I think Blue Kaioken Goku from the Universe 6 tournament arc, again, is not really well represented at all. We only have one. We have the singular Blue Kaioken Goku from the Universe 6 arc. So I think that getting another one would be good. And he's not even named Kaioken. So there you go. I think he has a lot of animations that he could use that I really will. And obviously, I think the bigger aspect for this is hits. Giving us an LR hit finally, a Carnival LR coin hit, and then another character that again I'm picking because he does not have representation. You can see it's like, oh, you get like, when you really look at it, it becomes obvious of why I'm guessing these characters and why I think a lot of these characters will be represented this year in some way, shape, or form. Hey, has nothing like since like 2020. So I think getting a new hit would make a lot of sense. Maybe this guy's like a slot 3 character, this guy's like a slot 1 character. I think it'd be pretty cool. Give him like a domain for his time skip, like the domain mechanic. I think it'd be great. Then the EZAs, STR Kefla just as a standalone EZA. Then for last year, what's it called? Tanabata with Omega, which Global is barely getting at this month, by the way. We got an EZA where it's like the Angel Frieza, Angel Cell, and the base Goku. Like, they could do this like an int hits plus Tech Lethal and STR Kale, like as a triple character EZA, right? I think that'd be cool. But that's why I'm thinking that this would be cool. I think this would be a really hype Tanabata celebration. I think both of these characters do deserve LRs at this point as well. Next, we do have August, and this is where Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks comes in, and we easy into Gotenks right there, so bam. And then if you really take a look at it, again, we got this Brother for Golden Week, and Gotenks is done, Fat Boo was done, Rachel Bardock, Kefla was done, then all of these characters were done during Anniversary. Even Super Saiyan 4 Goji was chosen. It's like basically the end of 2020, then it's all 2021 characters. So I'm going to actually be starting to dip in these 2021 EZAs for these concepts, but in Gotenks, and then the 50% support Z-Sword Gohan and Super Boo. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I think, deserves to get another Dokkanfest. It's been a while since you've had one. The physical one came out, and then that's it. That was I think that was 2018, right? The Super Saiyan 3 physical Gotenks was indeed a 2018 unit, right? I guess we could double check. I guess again, in Gotenks was a 2020 release, but like in terms of standalone Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, this is 2018, right? No, 2017, okay. And then this is a 2020 character, obviously, but I think it'd be nice to get a new Gotenks. I think for sure. I think I've seen a lot of Gotenks like fans like asking for a new Gotenks for quite some time. I think this would make sense considering Gotenks is the easiest upcoming, so I think that'd be good. And obviously, an opportunity to easy the physical support characters. Now, this is where we get to worldwide. I think people would not actually really be. This is an idea that I think I'm not really seeing people bring up. Obviously, worldwide is still a long time away, so we're not even really talking about worldwide. We're talking about Anniversary right now, but this is my idea for worldwide. Legend of Super Saiyan 3. Namek Saga. Now, again, the reason why I'm saying like a lot of people may be like, what? Because worldwide has been Namek Saga a lot, right? I mean, you could even argue the second worldwide with Frieza and Goku, the transforming ones, they kind of felt like they were marketed a little bit as a Namek celebration, obviously. Then we also did end up getting the Super Saiyan Goku versus Final Form Frieza about, what, 3 years later after that? But now it's going to be another 3 years, right? I think, because we had them, and then the next year was Cooler and Super Saiyan Goku, then the next year after ended up being obviously the Future Saga, and now another 3rd year step. What if they go back to Namek Saga? And you may think that's probably not likely, but Namek Saga actually has been so disrespected in Dokkan. Like, if you really think about it, Namek Saga has been majorly disrespected in this game. Is there a way I could bring up, like, Namek Saga? Like, if I go to, I guess, Kamehameha, like, there's a Namek Saga, like, obviously, Namek Goku. But Namek Saga has been so disrespected. We don't have a standalone Final Form Frieza Dokkanfest at all. He has nothing. Look at this saga. It has nothing. Like, post 7th anniversary, all we got was the Ginyu. We got Ginyu, this Ginyu, and then, not this Ginyu, this Rikamagoto, then Birdo and Jace. That's all we've gotten. These guys were 2022 releases, and we're in 2024. If there's nothing. Kaioken Goku from this arc has one character. Final Form Frieza, again, no LR, no Dokkanfest. Like, they did test a lot of this in 2021, being fair, but it's about to be 3 years. And I feel like this category has, like, nothing. Like, if we look, I want to show you all as well. Let's take a look at the other categories, right? In terms of where's categories? In terms of, like, the sagas, right? We could take a look here. Like, let's look at, like, a Dragon Ball saga. Got a lot. Like, we can even count 23rd World Tournament Goku and Ma Jr., but LR Bulma, we had Path to Power Kid Goku, we had a lot of these free-to-play characters. We have this LR that's upcoming, right? We have this Easy that's upcoming, right? We got a good amount for Dragon Ball Saga, right? Nothing crazy, but, like, for Dragon Ball Saga, I think we got a decent amount. We got LR Pilaf this year, right? Actually, last year, but still. Saiyan Saga has gotten a lot, right? Since post 7th anniversary, we had Raditz, we had Yamcha, we had Goku and Piccolo, right? Yeah, the Goku and Piccolo did come out after Raditz, I believe, right? LR Vegeta and Nappa got their EZA. We got Kaioken Goku, got the Dragon Ball Z Gohan, right? Who else have we gotten? I think that's kind of it, though, to be fair. Yajirobe is another character, right? Saiyan Saga's gotten a lot. Gohan and Piccolo came out at the end of last year. Saiyan Saga, been getting quite a bit of stuff. Android Cell Saga also has gotten some stuff. We got Super Trunks, we had Future Gohan, we had the Future Gohan get his EZA, we got like a little bit this Tech Piccolo. Golden Week got their characters during 2022, right? There's been a lot of Android Cell Saga stuff happening, right? And then obviously in this concept specifically, we even got some Cell Saga stuff, right, early in the year. Majin Buu Saga, I feel like Majin Buu Saga, again, we did get some things, but not really loud. We got the Dragon Ball Z, Spirit Bomb, HO Super Buu got stuff. I feel like Majin Buu Saga has also been kind of disrespected, but it's such a huge category that it's like, you know, not that big of a deal. And eventually, like, Super Vegeta is going to have it. My personal guess is, like, 10th Anniversary Fusions, we'll see, like, Super Vegeta there, maybe. But it's not the worst. Future Saga, obviously, was last worldwide. Universe Survival Saga, seems like, I'm assuming we're going to get a lot of Universe Survival Saga soon. Shadow Dragon Saga, I don't even want to consider that. But, like, Namek Saga, for how major Namek Saga is this series in general, for it to look like this is wrong. I feel like it's so wrong. So I'm thinking again, Kaioken Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan Goku. We don't have the transformation in like mega peak animations with active skill voice and everything. Phantom Form Frieza to full power Frieza, we don't have that transformation in game. Phantom Form Frieza doesn't have a really good animated character. Kaioken Goku doesn't have a really good animated character. This would be, I think, an amazing choice. Easily the 50% supports for Gohan and Vegeta, and I think that wraps it up for them. I'm pretty sure that's them because we got these guys, we got these guys, this guy. Yeah, that wraps it up for those guys. Then, and Vegeta Goku, right? The exchange Vegeta Goku. Again, like I said, I started dipping into 2021. Snack dab right here. I think since it's a bigger celebration, it's fine for them to reach ahead. And yeah, so that was my idea for part 1 here. Now, part 2 is very funny, because we actually kind of exit Namek Saga and we go into Enter Cell Saga even after all I was saying, but this is Legend of Super Saiyan theme. Super Vegeta and EGO Trunks, again, giving us another standalone Super Vegeta, right? I think as a LR. That makes sense. That says like 0 representation in the game. It's kind of crazy. The first Super Saiyan transformation for Vegeta and the first transformation for Super Saiyan Goku. Like, I guess Goku does have representation, but it could use upgraded, but Vegeta's first transformation is like not represented at all. We don't have a single Vegeta from this 19 fight since like, you know, like a 2018 character that came out, right? Or like a World Tournament free-to-play character, right? So I think this guy definitely deserves something. I think Trunks doesn't really need anything. Honestly, you could make this like even Super Saiyan Bardock, I guess, but I think like the trio of Super Saiyans and then Frieza, I think would be pretty sick, honestly. And it makes sense. They probably wouldn't do like Mecha Frieza, I think, honestly. Like, maybe they could do like Mecha Frieza and Super Saiyan Vegeta. That would be fine too. But then, like, obviously, easing AGL Trunks right here, giving him a good partner. S-tier Super Vegeta, giving him a good partner. Then, obviously, for the third half, third half, give us the Namek, Goku, and Full Power Frieza EZAs to link up with the Part 1 characters. I think this would be a banger celebration, honestly. But I think a lot of people would be turned off by, like, you know, oh, Namek Saga again. But I mean, again, Namek Saga, bro, like, has nothing. This group of characters is just not respected like it should be in the past few years. So hopefully at least something for Namek Saga this year I think I would really like. I think this Vegeta, again, Vegeta has also been disrespected. Trunks, I feel like they've been making a lot of Trunks units funky. But we did get Solar Hope Trunks last year, which I think is pretty good. So, yeah, I like this. October, give us a Caulifla Dokkanfest. Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, again, hasn't really gotten anything. A cooldown character, I think, for a lot of people. But Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla doesn't really have anything. So I think giving her that would be fine. My concept, easy the tech kill Caulifla, because again, we already touched on, like, these role characters, right? So, like, easy tech kill Caulifla, I think that'd be cool. And, yeah, but like, this could be, I think this character could be anything. Like, you could look at Goten Trunks. You could be like, oh, give us a Battle Broly movie character. You could look at Kid Gohan and be like, oh, give us like another, I don't know, like a Garlic Jr. Dokkanfest, right? You know, some of those characters like that you could go ahead and touch. But even like, you know, what if we transform Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku? Give us this guy's EZA or this, even both of them. In Broly, I kind of just like, I think I could have used it in Broly during Golden Week, to be fair, but I didn't really touch on him. Maybe in the future where we get like a full power Broly, right? It's like, oh, they could easily this guy. But yeah. Then obviously is Yellow Corner Large Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, and this would help out the Universe 6 team. Obviously earlier this year we got S-tier Kefla, the Tech Kale, the S-tier Kale, no, the Tech Caulifla, S-tier Kale. Universe 6, help AGL Kale. You know, touching back on some of these units from the previous years is what I did for a lot of these characters. Then November, Tapion. I don't care. I'm gonna say Tapion. Give us each LR Tapion, Minosha's EZA, this Tapion. There's some Wrath of the Dragon movies that don't look like they're getting their EZAs. We don't know for sure, but the Int Gohan for the movie, the physical Videl for the movie. I think Tapion deserves his own Dokkan events. LR Tapion, Minosha aren't getting EZA. I could see Tapion as a Dokkanfest still, even if not in 2024, 2025, right? This would be cool, right? Then December here, actually, no, Heroes, actually, I forgot. We know what the EZAs are going to be with the God Trunks batch, so Pan, Mickey Kabura, Robel, Supreme Kai Time that's brainwashed, and obviously God Trunks. So since it's like, you know, God Trunks, Mickey Kabura, I went with Blue Lucian Gogeta. Last year we got the Rose, so I think he could be a headliner. And then the Absorbed Universe Tree Goku, right? Last year was like so many villains, so I think like going back to like a little bit of the super class heroes team would be okay. And then obviously we saw again Meki Koburo and Robel getting their EZAs and whatever other characters they could choose. It could be like these for the heroes. Then we could still get like 3 villains, right? So that'd be fine. But Universe Tree Goku, I think he'll be touched on. This is the Super Saiyan Blue Goku that absorbs like that Universe Tree, which was what the last story event ended on. So I think that'd be cool. Now obviously again, everyone wants this guy. It could even be Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or Kaioken, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. That works too, but just either this guy or the other Gogeta. I think a Gogeta here makes a lot of sense to me. December, Android 18. I think this is the future 18, honestly, but just Android 18 from the fight against Vegeta. I think she deserves a Dokkanfest. Easy Esther Vidal. At first I was like easy this guy, but I realized, oh, this guy's not on the Android team. But easy Esther Vidal. I think that'd be fine, like a Pepe Gals kind of thing, another Android team buff. Android 18 is a character that deserves a Dokkanfest that has not gotten one. She has a lot of, I think, she does actually have a lot of cards in the game, so it's not like she's necessarily unrepresented, but I think she does deserve to get a Dokkanfest, right? Part 2. Carnival Core LR, the Core Breaker Gamma 1 and 2. And then Easy LR Super 17, I guess. Yeah, I'm like, who I want this character to be this year, but I'm like, who would I EZA? Just another Android's character, sure, right? I guess I'll take that. Maybe they could even do like Pycon and Janemba, I guess, right? If they want to do like Pycon, like, oh, movie heroes, right? I think that'd be fine, but this definitely, the Core Breaker should be, I think, in game. And that'd be kind of like the last superhero character after this year to not get anything, so that'd be cool. Then 200 off January, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Super Saiyan revives into Super Saiyan 2, then full power Bojack. Then we get the EZAs here for the 2020 characters of the Bojack and the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And that's how it ended off the year in terms of like before 10th anniversary. Now, I didn't actually sit down and put together the 10th anniversary concept, but I think you can kind of tell what I'm leading up to with 10th anniversary, considering I saved Super Vegito, Bootanks, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, Super Gogeta, Janemba. I skipped a lot of these characters. I EZA'd the 2021 worldwide before the 2020. But I feel like realistically, if they want to do 10th anniversary, they're probably going to save these characters. And then I could still see them using these characters to EZA before, which would be funny. But I could, like, it's not like, oh, they can't do that. They could. Look at this guy. They would have EZA'd this guy for like 16 billion years. So maybe it's a principle for them though. Like they don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, this is just a concept. Not necessarily like 100% realistic, but this is what I'm thinking. And obviously 10th anniversary would be like fusion. So whatever that would be, but let me know what you guys think. I spent some time really looking through the upcoming EZAs, kind of matching these together, seeing what characters need representation, what EZAs could fit with them, based off of that, or kind of like a little vice versa, like what EZAs are coming, and then seeing what characters could get representation based off of that. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.